what's up, Matt? Quick demo video for you for your KR Regiis Saber. As you know, I got this done earlier today. This is installed with a Verso board, 2-button setup. So your top switch up here is your activation. Down here is your auxiliary switch. You've got the stock V2 MPX cells in here that came with your Goth Eco kit. This entire kit was bought from KR, right? How to get to everything is just unscrew the pommel. We'll take this out. I did take the pommel and I backed off the spacer a little bit for some sound venting. You have to unscrew that and make this piece come out so you get good sound, and that's what I did here, right? But it is adjustable in case you want to mess with it. And when you take this out, you'll see your chassis here, and it'll just fall right into your hand. And what you've got here is your Verso board. So easy access to your SD card. You know, you can pop it in and out with your finger just like that, no problem. You've got the KR speaker that it came with, and also the spacer. Now you had the parts for this guy loosely packed in your box. So when it showed up, your speaker had a little bit of a dimple in it. It still works fine, but it wasn't wrapped up in any kind of bubble wrap or anything like that. And as a matter of fact, all the pieces weren't. But this guy got a little bit of a ding on it, so I just wanted you to be aware of that. What else you got here? That's pretty much it. We're going to throw a battery in. This does have a kill switch on it right here, and that is the negative side of your battery that goes over here by the kill switch. So we'll just throw a battery in this guy. Won't hear anything, of course, until we flip this. Just like that. And then we'll just throw it right into the Saber. You've got 2 grooves on the Saber, on the chassis. You got one here and one here. Those line up with 2 screws that you'll see in there. It's kind of hard to see now. If you don't have those lined up properly, though, the chassis only goes in about that far. So you'll turn it until they find those 2 screws, and then it'll slide right in just like that. And then we'll just screw the pommel on. Pommel has to be screwed all the way on so that the chassis engages the pins on the front half of the Saber. Right? I'll turn this off. Hit power. Auxiliary. Let your blade lock up. We'll throw a blade in this guy. It does take a 1-inch diameter NeoPixel blade. I have not done very many Verso boards. I think this is probably about the 3rd one ever I've done, if that. So you can change sound fonts by pressing, we'll hold this down and turn it off, by pressing the aux button when the Saber's off. You get blade lock up by just holding down the aux button. You see it right here. That's fire blade. Now we're kind of back at the beginning, right? Just like that. I didn't mess with any of the fonts or any of the config on this SD card at all because everything fired up exactly like it should, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll take the blade out and then go over taking the battery out, which is really easy to do. Just come over here and take your chassis out again. You won't need a tool or anything for this battery. Slide it right out into your hand, and then from the positive side, we'll go ahead and we'll flip this off first. And then from the positive side over here by the board, you should be able to pop it out with your finger just like that. Yeah, and that is pretty much your Regiis. Let me know if you got any questions, and if not, I will will get this guy out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thanks.